I'm going to be touring 3 houses today, and for that I chose the sim. I think her name is Victoria, but I'm not that sure because honestly I don't care. And we're gonna give her a lot of money so we can buy our houses and tour them. I'm gonna start with a house that is a little bit weird, but it's one of my favorites because of the decorations I've put inside. I've built this outside as like a cottage, witchy kind of thing, but at the same time I built this for a specific sim which wants to be magical, but it's not. This sim is not our daily Victoria here, but it will for certain make an appearance in my New World Challenge because I built this house for that sim specifically, and when I play her, and she's a writer and she imagines a lot of stuff, so we have a room which is kind of spooky because she's into terror, and this room is like our living room, so we play video games and watch TV and stuff. And each room is decorated differently, so the house is not cohesive at all. But this dining room is supposed to be like a magical forest or something with lights on. And the kitchen is just a regular kitchen from the spellcast back. And the bar and another living room is decorated according to vampires because she, which is not the same again, she wants to be a writer, so she writes fantasy. She wants to be a witch, she wants to be a fairy, she wants to be a vampire. So the outside of the house is kind of cohesive, like this cottage kind of thing. But the inside is a different room, has kind of a different theme, which is why I kind of like this house, even though I built it a long time ago. Our daily Victoria here is a mermaid also, which is why I chose her for this kind of tour, because it's always so much more fun to see a mermaid swimming around. And pools are for me a big part of each house. Probably because I don't have a pool in my house, so. And I remember I loved when I built this pool way back when, because it was so different. It kind of looked like a lake, and we didn't have a lake in The Sims. Now going to our second house that we're gonna see today. This house is kind of a Malibu Barbie kind of house, which is completely the opposite of the previous one. I remember being so proud of myself when I built this house, even though it's a total square and there's nothing much interesting going on. But I remember that I was so proud of myself for putting wood in front of the pool and a pool in front of the house and colorful windows and an asymmetric third floor. But in the end, it's simply a square. But it's my Barbie house, my Malibu Barbie house, even though it's in Newcrest. And when I first built it, it was supposed to be like my little pet thing, but because I chose a musician sim to use this house, I ended up adding a bunch of musical instruments which kind of don't go with the core of everything. They're kind of lost in there. It's half my little pet, half a bunch of musical instruments, including an organ from the Vampire Pack. So I'm not super proud of this house, to be honest. but I still like it because of the pool on the porch, and because when you look away from upside from the map, it looks kind of good. So I'll take it. And now for the last house. I don't consider myself a builder, but I was so proud of this house when I built it. I used this house both for the criminal career, so there's a lot of objects inside that belong to the criminal career. And at the same time, I used it for a Black Widow challenge. So it's a massive house due to that. We managed to get a lot of money from these marriages and stuff. The house has about 4 or 5 floors because we have an attic and we also have a basement in it. So it looks like it's 2 or 3 floors, but it's actually 4 or 5. And looking at it from above, I think it's so beautiful how it turned out. But the inside ended up being a little empty because I didn't have a lot of patience to decor it. We have some cow plants there due to the Black Widow challenge. And we have a ginormous pool, which is kind of nice. An area that I never use to eat lunch and stuff. Honestly, I don't know where I built it, just for aesthetic, because this is the kitchen and it turned out to be a little bit empty. I should have put down at least a rug or something. And yes, we have 2 dinner tables because we are filthy rich and we can have 2 dinner tables. Of course, when we have a gym, we have a dummy to fight it because we're criminals. And in the basement, there's a lot of games to play. There's an arcade, there's bowling. We also built like an at-home theater thingy that honestly I never use it, nor the bowling equipment. This is supposed to be the butler's quarters. On the second floor, I should have built some walls to divide stuff, but I didn't. I just put down a TV and a bunch of games because in my head you have to be logic to be a criminal. And this is the house. It has the objects from the criminal career. The house, the room. And it has the objects from the criminal career. And I remember thinking that it was so awesome that it was an open area and stuff. And honestly, I don't feel for them if it rains inside their bedroom. Because I think it turned out pretty good. This is the library and this is another gaming area. Here, I don't know why I didn't separate everything. I should have separated the sauna. I should have separated the tub. But I will do that when I use this house for my new road challenge. This is the official 3rd floor, and we have another bedroom. Filthy rich because they were supposed to be at the top of the criminal career, and I don't remember if you make that much money, but in my head you should make that much money if you're super criminal. You should get a lot of money from that, shouldn't you? And this house is haunted because here's the twist. As the Black Widow, I built a dungeon with prisons, and I left the thingies there as a trophy. So yeah, this house is haunted unless you disable it. And that is on the 4th floor, which is inside the roof. So these are the 3 houses that I wanted to show you. Tell me which one you liked more. Tell me which one you like to last. And tell me if you want to see more of my old builds here in the channel.